I'm doing a lot. So it's like doing a whole new project and being like able to have the time for that is its own like little challenge. So I'm trying to like organize some of my other things so that I can stop for a couple days and really just sit down and only focus on this, especially this weekend. So I'm gonna probably try and launch on Saturday. Um, is what I'm thinking. I'm just gonna launch a token. I might just do it through Empire Builder as well. Um, and then I'll use that attention to bring people to the event as well on Saturday that we're going to be doing in the metaverse. And then I can also just be like working on in spaces and in fish bowls during the time. So that's kind of the goal. That's going to be what we're trying to do this weekend and do some fun stuff on Saturday.
Oh, nice. So what is the event on the weekend?
We have our COC concerts this weekend. So if you go to cocconcerts.com, you can see the website that I made. And
Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
so
Okay.
and then there's a Luma link on there that you can click on, but then there's also a few other links that you can click on and see more information. So
Sweet man. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. I'm just taking a look. Yeah, I've actually the the good old metaverse references. I still need to get into that book Snow Crash, right? You know, the Neil Stevenson book where the guy who coined the term,
oh, I've
the
never heard of that.
metaverse. Yeah, yeah, I really was intending to read it sooner, but I've just not got around to it. But he wrote this I read this book last year that he did called The Diamond Age, which is about basically I think it was I think it came after the book that he wrote about the metaverse, where he kind of basically, you know, he's kind of people see him as like he at least he coined the name metaverse, right? With this book in this book Snow Crash, and yeah, I was gonna get into that sooner after I read the Diamond Age, which is a crazy one about the basically nanotechnology and
Yeah.
yeah, so it's kind of in living in like a kind of post scarcity age, right? So like anything like nanobots like live just everywhere. So any kind of material products can basically just be produced like at any time, right? So there's literally no scarcity as far as like physical goods goes, but there's still kind of a class system, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, set in the future, set in the future, but in the I think they call it like the neo-Victorian age, right? And yeah, really good book, and was going to get into this other one, Snow Crash of his, which and I've got it just looking at me almost every day, but I still haven't opened it yet. So there you go. But that, my friend, is where the metaverse came from, the mind of
Huh.
Neil Stevenson.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting guy. Yeah, he's a big sci-fi writer. He's written a lot of books.
Okay, cool. Do you want to try out the fish bowls and see? I made a couple updates.
Yeah,
See
man.
how it looks.
I'm down.
Let's do it. So I'm gonna enter in Banga and join in from there. I do need to spend some time and come back into here and do some PRs on this page because there's a bunch of things I want to update. But like, I'd rather learn a little bit more about what I'm doing just by experiencing and then come back to this when I feel a little bit more skilled, you know? But I have a lot of things that I want to add to here. The mango one. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't have to leave the room if you don't want to, because we can keep chatting here. We can just mute ourselves over there once it does work. But I'm still getting my issue of like it unloads. Still getting some load and unload issues when I am connected, and it just kicks me out. Let's. What's up?
Hello?
Oh, I can't
Can
hear
you hear
you.
me?
No, I can only hear you through the Empire Builder. Unless you're muted there.
I'm muted.
Okay, so then I can't hear you. I can't see you still, though. Do you see my
Yeah.
name or do you see your name?
Yeah, I can see Zul.
Hmm.
Yeah, so in the hot seat, it says there's 2 in the room, but it only
Yeah.
shows 1 in the hot seat. Oh, but I haven't.
Oh. It's because all these deployments keep failing. I figured it out. It's because all these deployments keep failing. I never went back in and checked. Okay, now we'll fix a bunch of these. My bad, Adam. Let's see if anyone popped in. The old stream.
So, hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, you can hear me.
Yeah, I can. I figured out what the issue was. It was my Vercel builds weren't building. So I keep on saying it was updating, but it was actually failing the build.
I see.
Okay. Well, once this fixes, we'll try out all the new fixes and then probably dip out from here. Yeah, dude, I'm just trying to build. In the end of the day, is what I'm realizing, and I'm just trying to like spend time that I can just sit down and like concentrate and have like good high flow box. You know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I feel you. I'm just I'm just kind of getting ready to a bunch of awesome stuff. So yeah, I've really got to take advantage of my Claude.
Yeah.
A bunch of extra credits to basically they're not like API credits, which would have been amazing because then I could use it with OpenClaw, but they're just Claude, which I haven't really used like vanilla Claude by itself very
Hmm.
much, but I've been working
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm actually like I am. I think it was ever since I used what was it, Helios, to like automate a split on Solana, and it's like such a fundamentally simple kind of thing to set up, and there's actually such a tiny amount of code around it, so it's actually very difficult. I mean, I think it would be very difficult for that to be it's just like but it's a weird know-how thing, right? Like if you don't know how to do it, you don't know how to do it. So like but if you could just ask AI and I would like talk you through every step of the way, and you're like suddenly you've got like a really robust system to just do like these automations that it's like, yeah, how the fuck are you supposed to like get into knowing how to do that? So, but I think ever since then, and that like that's very much like that's not
Okay.
that's like a back end Solana program thing, right? It's not like a front end thing
Hmm.
that yeah, I mean it's like and it's literally just there's not that much to it. It's just like a simple set of programs that are just triggering events with the Helios RPC, right? And but ever since setting that up, I feel like pretty like indomitable as far as it goes for like building basically anything. But then I think that the issue is then like the architecture, and it's not just like the technical debt, but it's just like the burden
Mm,
of implementation, right?
totally.
So like it's like if you have to dive off, like I found that like diving off and like running this stuff like on VPSs, um, and just having things, and it's fine, but it just becomes like quite tiring to be dealing with these kinds of these systems that are like running by themselves, and and then it's not like you can't just like very quickly troubleshoot a solution because you have to you have to like reinstall everything. You
Totally.
have to load it up again, like like it's there. It's not just like, so like that's why doing websites is easy AF, right? Because like you
Hmm.
can just iterate like instantly, and it's just there on your local host, and you can just try it out. And then obviously like the deployment
Good
itself is
point.
like a bit more pernickety, but it's like it's just like suddenly I think for the last thing, like I just lost all motivation to build this deployment thing, and I just can't be bothered anymore. But like there are other things. I think there's like a number of factors that relate to that, but it's like ultimately I think it's also like my interest and levels of interest in like really wanting to be able to like provide value to people, and finding those issues, those pain points that people are facing, and like how to, yeah, like how to just like provide just like solutions that are going to like just be useful for people, right? Like fundamentally I think that's like my mindset really. So I think I lost the energy to be able to um just build like building like a token deployment agent. I don't know, man. Like maybe if there were like more people like kind of pushing for it, like I might have more motivation. But it just seemed it's like I think it's like not. I think there are better things I could be doing with my time, right? And there's like an opportunity cost. So it's like it was a cool idea, but yeah, I just want to be making sure that I'm doing something that is really going to be really valuable, right? And yeah, so that's kind of like how I'm thinking.
Totally. Yeah, dude, I'm excited. We got like 3 more classes of this boot camp. I think I'm gonna try and watch through these like quickly, and then I'm gonna review the boot camp from beginning to end on stream and just like slowly go through it. And that'll give me some good content of like just like thinking about it after watching all of the things, and then like building something during that watch through as well.
Yeah, man, we'll just yeah, if there's just let me know how I can be helpful.
Yeah, honestly, like just like chatting is good. Like there's so many pieces to the puzzle here coming together, and like I don't need this project to like. In the end of the day, like if it doesn't come through at the time of the hackathon, it doesn't come through. I'm not that stressed because like the goal ultimately is to build tools that we're going to be able to use again in the future and that won't like need to be iterated on too much. So it's like if that takes me a little bit more time to create in such a way that I want, I'm okay with that because like this could replace our Discord fractals. This could replace the leaderboard as well if done right, right? So at least the audio part of it, especially if it can connect in anywhere, right? It can just be like an easy add-on where you have that as a tab in the background that you just leave open.
Yeah, man, it's definitely. I mean, it's good. Like the interactive component is great, right?
Yeah, dude. Okay, I'm gonna rock. I got a live stream today. Let's talk about ETH at 6 p.m. Eastern with my podcast host. That's gonna be fun. Might pop on a live before that as well. I'm just gonna be coding here though, so just yeah, hopefully get to another spot here later for fish bowls and let's test it out right now. Actually, let me refresh this page and see if it is clean. So join hot seat. Oh, I actually didn't get a prompt to allow the microphone. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're up. And it doesn't keep scrolling down now, which is good. Let's see if the video button works. Okay. Anyways, I will catch you soon. Be good. Peace.
Yep. Thanks for hosting, man.